Hello and welcome to Advertisers Watching Ads. My name is Tom Ollerton. I'm the founder of Automated Creative, and this is a weekly show where brands watch other brands' ads and discuss what's good and bad about them. As ever, we are brought to you by our partners Contagious, who have helped choose the ad this week. So thanks, guys, for consistently sending us very innovative campaigns to review. So before we get to the ad, let's meet this week's guests.
Hi, I'm Charlene. I'm a Regional Maintenance Executive at Global.
Hi, I'm Sneha. I look after charity partnerships and social purpose campaigns at Dunelm.
And hi, I'm Pollyanna Ward, and I'm Head of Paid Social at Social Chain Agency.
Right, let's watch this week's ads.
Para mí el mar significa mucho porque es el que nos da de comer, nos da su pescado, su producto que tiene.
El mar me ha dado todo. Nosotros, en cambio, le devolvemos basura.
Cuando veo tanto plástico en las redes, se me hace un nudo en la garganta.
Siempre plásticos y no pescado.
Convoca a su campeonato de pesca de plástico. Limpia el océano y llena tus bolsillos.
Qué bueno que las empresas ayuden a las personas y si le pagan a uno por recoger el plástico, muy bueno.
Gracias a Dios, esperemos que se limpie todo esto y que le echemos ganas de nuestra parte.
Y ahora sí, vámonos. No hay que hacer ruido porque ahora las botellas se espantan.
Sacan el plástico del mar, nosotros lo pagamos y lo reciclamos.
El plástico que antes me perjudicaba, ahora me da un ingreso extra.
El querer es poder y luchando entre todos vamos a limpiar y vamos a acabar con toda la suciedad.
So, Pollyanna, what was your reaction to that first time you saw it?
It was a really beautiful cinematic piece. I'm not going to lie, I did think it was going to be a skincare ad or something, because at the beginning there was lots of shaving and lots of diving into the ocean about the sea. But no, my initial reaction was probably similar to what I've seen other people sort of say on social, where it's positive, this is a good thing. And even in the ad where they've said that companies should be or brands should be helping us do better. So no, first thoughts were great.
So I absolutely love this campaign. I think as far as purpose-driven campaigns go, it very much ticks every box. Not only are they making a positive impact on the environment, they're helping local communities as they do it. And then there's kind of the long-term benefits around setting up those additional revenue streams for the fishermen. I think it was, lovely. And then it's all wrapped up in this gorgeous looking film, with storytelling on point that kind of just left me feeling a bit warm and fuzzy and like I'd quite like to be sat on that beach with a Corona in hand. So I think for me, very much ticked all the boxes.
Literally exactly the same as both of these ladies here. It's such a heartwarming thing, and it's just seeing real people and their feelings. For a brand, I definitely think it's something that it's good that they're doing. Corona obviously are really great at picking up on things and doing stuff like that. They've done a wave of waste campaign before, so they are very much in that space and wanting to do good. And I just think it's great for other brands to see and potentially keep up and do as well. I think that's a great thing about it as well. But it was just lovely and heartwarming.
There was sort of two things. One, which was something that I was really, really happy to see. And I think the learnings there are just, that value exchange of, okay, you can clear up the sea and clear up the plastic, and in return we'll pay you to do it. So there was that bit which I really enjoyed. I went on their socials, their, all their channels, etc. And it's just absolutely nowhere. It just kind of felt like very much in its own little world that could have been spread a bit further, maybe just calling out that there's without scale, there still won't be a lot of change.
I agree with that, because when I looked at it, I could only find like websites and stuff like that, or articles in Mexico or Canada or like South America only. Like none of them were linked like a UK website address or anything like that, or anywhere else. And it's kind of like, it is a shame, because it is such a good adverts, good film that should be seen by everyone.
And actually, I think they could have been really ambitious. For me, it feels like this is a story that would could even work as long form content, in the same way that, other brands could, create content around it that could be on Netflix. I could see this as a documentary on Netflix. I think it's a beautiful piece of storytelling, and, they could probably be a bit more ambitious with how they released it to the world.
How can we be sure that this is actually making a benefit to the world and not just a benefit to Corona?
It felt like it, mind the pun, but they were kind of testing the water with it. It's kind of the first of its kind. I think if you look at it on the merits of the fact that they removed 3 tons of plastic from the ocean, that in itself feels commendable. I'd like to think that the agency looking into it are talking to other businesses and seeing, and governments in Mexico and other places to see whether this could be something that could be kind of, made into a bigger thing.
So, Pollyanna, what should the industry be taking away from this? What will you be telling your clients?
I mean, I do think it's that brands as sort of facilitators, like brands aren't the answer. Whilst I think the benefits of a value exchange are, yes, the brand needs to benefit because brands do have to ultimately make money. But if in the process of doing that, they can help solve a problem, and then, the fishermen are getting compensated. So everyone's sort of benefiting from this. It's so much harder for brands to go and tell like every single person on the planet, like, please recycle your bottles. It's a lot easier if you sort of zoom out a little bit, it's a lot easier for a brand like Corona to do 3 tons in a day than it is to get lots of people to remember to put their bottle in a recycling bank.
How about you, Charlene? Like, if you were the creative director on this, what would you have liked to have seen done differently? What would have made this better?
Overall, the ad is brilliant, and I think it taps into a human conscious. And I think as a brand, that's what you would want. Like, as Pollyanna said, you can't force people to recycle, you can't force people to do good. But if you can tap into their human conscious and just kind of pop the little idea that, oh, maybe I should recycle that bottle of Corona I've had afterwards, because I've seen the fishermen in Mexico and they're actually losing money, but they could gain money through the plastics of that. I think that's a good feeling. Like, it means the brand, like the ad's in success, but it does mean that you have to show enough people to tap into that human consciousness for it to happen. So I think if I was sat on Corona's creative team right now, that's the only thing I would have criticised, and saying, why have we not made this as much more widespread as possible?
I think they definitely, if you're going to put out a campaign like this, you need to make sure that you've kind of got some serious sustainability credentials behind yourself as a brand. When I was when I was researching about the campaign, I found that I think they're the first beverage company to claim to be net zero plastic. So they retrieve more plastic from the environment than they, I guess, generate. I think what was quite interesting is they clearly went far enough to make a claim about, well, we can claim to be net zero plastic prior to launching this campaign, because I think they launched that about a month or 2 ago. And I think that's really smart, because they can kind of, hang their hat on that before releasing this. And I think if you're going to go out there, you need to make sure you can substantiate some of your claims like that. Well,
unfortunately, we've come to the end of the show. What I'm going to get you to do now is to vote on how good you thought this ad was on a scale of 1 to 5 using your fingers. So 1, 2, 3. 2 fives in there. Is that a 4? Or is that a 4? Well, I think that is probably the highest scoring ad we've ever had on Advertisers Watching Ads. So Pollyanna, Charlene, Sneha, thank you so much. We'll see you all next week.